we need it, I came up with an idea on how to bring more revenue into the school district. It's, search, stuff like that. That job as a board member and as city council members and the mayor, like someone said, you're one vote. I really hope that you guys pass this today, put this renewal, because it's not new, it's not new taxes, it's a renewal on the ballot so that people can vote. I don't think you all are committing political suicide. I mean, it's ridiculous.
The time is up. Our next speaker is from Asma. Can you unmute yourself and begin speaking?
Can I get confirmation that I can be heard?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. First of all, I want to thank Vice Mayor and Councilmember Ho for voting yes last week, or last Wednesday. I know you guys did that not for political reasons, not because you wanted to debt somebody, but because you really do want to do what's best for the city. Thank you very much. I would just speak to you from the heart because I didn't prepare anything because we're in the 11th hour here. Mayor Todd, I don't know you. I haven't had an opportunity to know you. I've tried, but it hasn't worked out for us. But I still believe that when I voted for you, you were the wisest choice. And when people ask me, are you voting for him? I said, because, I really think he's not going to win the city. The other candidates, they seem like they get in big trouble, but I think Mayor Todd, he's professional enough to know he's going to keep our city shipshape, and I'm not seeing that from you now. And I still think, though, that you know what you need to do to keep this city shipshape. And I know that you want to move up, and I know that you want perhaps the endorsement of the Republican Party, but at what cost? You may get their endorsement, but then you'll lose the support of all of the Republicans and the no party preference people in your district that you're running from. I just kind of wanted you to keep that in mind. At what cost? Councilmember Nguyen, I saw the pain in your body language of having to make that abstention vote. And I know that I do know you. And we've had a really good relationship. And I know that you want to do right thing, you can do it. I'm just asking you to the heart on this. I know you. And I know you're not a police officer, son of a police officer, but I know that actions speak louder than words. That's something that you would tell me. And if I were to someday elect the school board, and in the process of my leadership on the school board, I made a vote that was going to result in drastic cuts to education and services of our students, I would be perceived as anti-education, as anti-teacher, as anti-public school. That would be the perception. So please understand that this is why perception is that you're anti-police, not because you are. You're not anti-police, but that is the perception. And you're looking at voters, and perception makes a really big difference right now. And if I had $1 for every time you told me, or I heard you tell someone else you are not a politician, I'd have a lot of money. But what you're doing right now is 100% political. When you state that, it's okay because the next council vote the tax measure, or allow voters to vote the tax measure, that tells me that you know we need a tax measure. But that doesn't mean that you're doing this for political reasons, and I'm going to be serious here. I don't agree with you, and I'm disappointed in that choice. But I'm asking you to take a moment and consider changing your vote on this. Thank you very much.
The next speaker is Roger Mindrum, followed by Tu Vo. Roger Mindrum, you may unmute yourself, please. We can hear you. Go ahead. Hold on a second. Mr. Mindrum, please, select the mute.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Please, mute.
I keep getting unmute button comes up. Can you hear me, okay?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right, this is Roger Mindrum. I'm at work right now, so trying to squeeze in some time here. So I'll go ahead and prepare for this on Wednesday night. I mean, I pretty much had to leave after 11 p.m., which was finally the end of comments. 3 hours, 3.5 hours, probably 4 hours of 100% in favor, not only of passing this extension, which is about. You work for us. What you did on not voting for this and abstaining is pure cowardice. You act like tyrants. You're not your subjects or your sheep. And if all of these residents from Wednesday night, not only the residents but our city employees, if that doesn't affect you, that doesn't affect your heart to make the right decision, your hearts are black and rotten. You turn the city into a mockery. And unless sometimes in history, any of you who votes against this or abstains will be chased out of town, down the main street, stripped and wearing only tar and feathers. Please remember, you felt that. As Camilla had presented, think about how you felt taking the right of the people away. Think of how you felt when we posted that. Sisters been coaching and saying, how do you think we feel? The residents feel the same way. We're betrayed and taking away the right that we all have. That's the basis of the Constitution. Police officers take people's rights away every day in this country. It takes court systems to go after them. So just because we have a Constitution, we have rights, doesn't mean that people take them away from us constantly. Happens all the time, every day. So people have to go into recourse in the courts and civil action to go after the people who've violated their rights. And you all who abstain or will abstain or will vote against this are violating our rights, our constitutional rights. Shame on you, you're making a mockery of everyone here. Do the right thing, vote yes to place this on the November election ballot.
Thank you. The next speaker is Tu Vo. ThuYvo. You may unmute yourself and begin speaking. Go ahead.
Good afternoon. Yes. Good afternoon, Mayor Tita and other City Council. I used to live in Westminster. I don't live there anymore. I live near Fukuoka, my first home. And I really do care for the city of Westminster. When I heard Tita keep saying we have a surplus for the city of Westminster, I was kind of, upset, but well, he liked to say what he liked to say. And with that, I really, proud and appreciate that he's protecting us every day with dangerous But three of you, Cheetah, Charlie, Dado, you all came from a country that you have to flee out for freedom. We don't get to vote there. We have democracy, constitution that let us vote. So please, allow people to vote as Vietnamese American citizens. I'm begging you to vote yes, not to abstain. And this is an extension to keep the city out of bankruptcy. I mean, you know, I don't have a justification that 6 years. We into COVID for 3 years and we're still freaking in the COVID time. Number one. And I think Charlie G, you know, confirmed with me when he asked the city attorney, can we bring back the agenda vote motion to bring back the agenda, the tax expansion on December 1st meeting. My goodness, he asked twice. Did he do his research? The city staff did their research. And knowing what's going on, you at a city council right now and running for mayor, my goodness, if I'm in that city, I will vote no 100,000 times to say, to not vote you out. Because you have to do your homework to protect the country, the city. Do your homework to do the right thing for the city. We, Vietnamese American, need to, we owe the American people who came here before us to make the city so beautiful for us to come in and get our lives together after a disaster being, you know, in the communist country. So we did build our life, they helped us build our life here. And we're so successful, most of us. So please vote yes, so that we're not ashamed of the people who died for us for freedom. You know, the American people, the Vietnamese people died for us, so we have what we have today. Today, our life, our education, you know, everything that we have today is because of those people. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor, that concludes all communications.
Thank you so much. All right. So first,
đó là xong cái phần cư dân phát biểu. Bây giờ họ bắt đầu họ sẽ bàn thảo.
showing up to raise your concerns and speak your mind. I really appreciate that. And one of the things on the members is Friday morning, everyone really easy, but all the members of the council showed up today. So we really care for the community. And we believe that all five of us really care for the residents of the community. I know that Councilor Doe have to leave 1 p.m. So why don't I do this? I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste all the members of City Council time. So I'm going to make a statement and I will come up with a motion because I don't want to waste your time. 60
before you make a motion, can I have some comments?
No, let me speak first and then, okay. 6 years ago, the reason that I came up with 6-year sunset time, I still remember, and I think that our former councilmember Kerry remember what I said in the meeting. I oppose any tax increase. I think the community know that. However, at that time, 6 years ago, I believe that the measure only temporary. So I respect the community. I ask the community to decide that in the future our financial circumstance. The reason why we not like this, Councilmember Ho for the last meeting she already explained. So I don't have to repeat. RDA we was terminated. RDA Westminster RDA was I still oppose any tax increase. However, I respect the community. I honor anyone's right to vote, to decide the future of our city. I totally respect that. I listen to all your concerns, and I take into consideration. I still believe a sunset. This is the time for the president to evaluate the financial circumstance of the city. So the voter, if they have a sunset, they still have opportunity to vote again. And the sunset is a reminder for our city leadership. We better come up with a solution to continue all of the quality services that we've been providing to our community. I love our police. People know that. For the last 16 years on the city council, I've been strongly support our police department. They ask for anything, they have my support. That's not a secret. I've been supporting our law enforcement for the last 16 years on the council. So I don't want to waste your time. So I'm going to make a motion. Maybe some of you would not happy about it, but that is my responsibility because I still consider myself as the captain of a ship. And I want the city continue to move forward. At the same time, I have to respect my conservative principle because, in my principle, I oppose any tax increase. So my motion is extend measure with 20 years sunset, and I won't do anything without that. So 20 years sunset.
I want to make some comments.
We love you.
I know that Cousin
No, don't go that far. No, not yet.
I want to take this opportunity to say
Oh, really? Sorry.
And I'm telling you, I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you understand that. First of all, I want to thank you all for coming out and speak your mind.
And then walk
and
away when I
express your
say,
opinions,
just
about
taking
Thailand.
eating
And
and
I want
drink
to tell you
in the
that
bathroom.
we heard you loudly and clearly from your day. And
If
from
I
your
can
night.
sit here 2 hours without doing anything, he can do it. Exactly.
I just want to let you know that you are
Building.
not here to talk and, to voice your opinion. But as a council member, I am listening to everyone. Listening to you, listening to those people who call me, listening to the people who write to me, listening to the people who saw me out there and talked to me. So my decision is very crucial when I make a decision on this dais. I make with integrity, I make with, assessment. I'm not blankly follow anybody. I don't care who, but I have to take it into consideration for the benefit of the resident of the city. I want you to know that. And you know that we have this meeting today is because I made a motion to have a meeting today and seconded by
So now he's
Vice
trying to
Mayor
get
Nancy.
credit.
I just want to let you know that.
So now he's trying to get
And
credit.
there is nothing that we cannot resolve. It's just a matter of we need to get together,
They
get ourselves together,
manipulate
think together, discuss about the issues.
speak
You
so
know,
much
it's,
English.
if you sit in my
Just
seat,
saying the
you
communists
most
was
have
manipulated.
difficulties.
Manipulated.
Okay, you might say that, why? But I can tell you that. So what I'm saying is that I don't mind that you come up here and express your opinion, screaming at me, yelling at me, or degrade my integrity. But please, you know, I think it's too funny because this never run in my family. My family never put me down if I do wrong things. They come and talk to me, and they reasonably talk to me. I don't think that it's a good idea that we come up and use the profanity words or using sign that degrading council members. We are here as a servant. We try to do the best for everyone. So I appreciate for those who come out and express your opinion. I value your opinions, and I will, you know, do according to, you know, what best for the city that was just this Westminster. I heard you. I don't know where but you said that you're in my neighborhood. But you know, I really appreciate for your words, your kind words, and we'll consider that. Like I said the other day, there is no doubt that our city currently faces serious financial challenges. And my slogan is crime, against crime and against tax. Okay? Even though I still think that we are in the city, we need to do what needs to be done. And I'm supporting the public safety and our police. I can tell you that. I told you the other day, and I'm continuing to tell you that. And that's my slogan. My slogan is crime fighter, tax fighter, and public servant. And I will stick with that. And so today, I want to conclude as, you know, there's nothing that we can not solve. There's nothing that we can resolve. Let's do it today. Okay. Thank you.
So what is vote?
So there's a motion on the floor. Is anyone going to
I
say
second that.
Well, before that, I want to have a couple of seconds. I know that I've said quite a bit. I understand. I think this is pretty important. I respect the mayor's, ideology, his how much he holds for conservative views. I totally respect that. I respect everybody's views. That I think no matter what religion, whatever political views you have, but before us today, in the situation here in Westminster, what we have, it's not about liberal views or conservative views. How do you feel? It's an issue of math. Math does not lie. Math is a universal language. And I think this mayor and I'm assuming Charlie Wing don't understand the situation that we're mathematically under. Conservative views is not what's hurting our city. Liberal views is not what's hurting our city. It's math. We've all explained. You've heard our situation, our tax situation that's we've been under since from Prop 13, and here as a council, we have the ability to fix a problem that our city's been suffering for many, many years. And I find it very, very sad that we do not see that problem that our city faces. The problem our city faces is unique. Many other cities don't have. Like I said before, well, I don't know if the other councilman knows Bill because he works in Long Beach, but I get to drive around so many cities and see how they've been progressing. They do so much because they have the funds to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Just drive over to Stanton and see how much they've been doing. Just drive over. When I drive everywhere, I understand what you're saying. I understand that, but mathematically we have an issue, we have a problem, and we have the ability to fix it. It's not about conservative views. It's not about liberal views. So please understand that. I get what you're saying, and I understand you're running for political office, but we have a problem that it's just been crippling our city for so many years. For so many years.
Mr. Mayor, I know that we had a discussion the other night and continue today. So I guess that we have a motion on the floor, I call for the, a member for the vote.
Well, we need to allow other council members to speak, because I want to allow council member, she wants to make a substitute motion.
Let me make just a brief comment too. Just be careful in your comments, because we had a quote about a campaign slogan. We cannot campaign from the dais, so just be careful.
Remember that,
kind of language.
I apologize for that, I didn't.
Can we just call the vote?
Well, I think it might be good if I just make a few comments, if you don't mind. Because, I mean, my comments are really, I'm trying to really
He has to leave at
convince my
1.
constituents to vote a certain way. So, I was just saying, I just want to say that, what I do have, I wrote 3 pages while listening to you guys talk. And so I'll just narrow it down, I'll cut it down to just one, short paragraph. And I think what it is that I think our formula for a successful city, and I'm going to continue to push for that, is number 1 is we cut costs, we stay lean, we bring in new revenue, we extend this tax, and no new taxes. We're not talking about any new taxes today. But I really think that 20 years of this tax is only going to kick the can down the road, and having another sunset clause when we know there's COVID still around, and we just don't know when it's going to flare up. We're still in that state of emergency, and I hate to have to put this whole town through this again. So I really think that we need to put the power in the hands of people once again, of the voters, to end this tax whenever they choose to. So I make a motion for no extension, what I meant is extension, but no sunset clause. I apologize, I'll say that again. I'm going to make a substitute motion for
Just take the 20
accepting,
years.
yes.
Dude, we're begging you, take the 20 years.
Let us just see.
Take the 20 years. We want to keep our home.
I know we all want to go home, but we want
No, I don't want to have to sell my home. Take the 20 years he's graciously
please.
giving you and fight back later.
Please, we're trying to.
Okay. Yes, so that was me.
Like I said, Mayor, can I ask you please to understand that, like I said, I totally respect your conservative views, but this is a math problem that we have before in our city. It's not a Republican conservative view, and I totally respect that, but we have the ability today.
Can I speak?
Yes.
I totally respect Councilmember Ho and Vice Mayor Menzo, but I believe 20 years is more than enough time for the president of the city. They have another voice after 20 years. I think 20 years is a long time. Either you take it or you leave it. I go with 20 years. That's my stand.
I want to add to that. If you look at the chart the other day that presented to us, most of the city, they do have the sunset on that. Yes, they do. They do 20 years, 30 years, and this and that. And so, I guess that 20 years, in that 20 years time frame, we can always renew it. Okay, whenever we think that we need to do that.
Okay, so if you want to make another substitute motion, please do, but the clock is ticking.
Just take the 20 years.
Okay, so we have a motion and second on the floor. Are you good?
I think she needs to make a substitute motion.
Okay, so go ahead.
Is there a second to substitute motion?
Is there any substitute motion?
Currently, there is no second on the substitute motion.
Okay, so I call for question. Motion and second on the floor.
Before we vote, just so I want to be clear.
Yes.
On your motion, this includes adoption of the resolution that is at 1%, continuing the existing tax for 20 years. That's until March 31st of 2043.
Tức là thị trưởng Chí Tà ông đề nghị ông chấp nhận là sẽ đồng ý đưa cái dự luật SS lên trên cái trưng cầu dân ý vào tháng 11 này. với điều kiện là sẽ hết hạn trong vòng 20 năm. Thì nghị viên Kimberly Hồ muốn đưa ra một cái đề nghị khác để chứng minh là cái này là của bà đưa ra chứ không phải của ông ta. Thì bà Kimberly Hồ nói là sẽ không có hết hạn, nhưng mà ông Chí ông nói ngược lại, ông nói là cái đó là cái quyết định tối hậu của ông. Nếu mà như là muốn thay đổi thì ông sẽ vote no. Thì cư dân người ta sợ, người ta nói là thôi chấp nhận cái đề nghị của ông Chí thôi. Thành ra không có ai ủng hộ nghị viên Kimberly Hồ hết. Thành ra bây giờ họ sẽ bỏ phiếu theo lời đề nghị của ông Chí Tạ.
Maybe it would work for me to just read the two additions,
Sure,
the
that's
ones in
fine.
the resolution.
Go ahead,
Okay.
answer the ordinance as well.
Correct. Okay, the change would be to add to section 1 of the ordinance, add a section 3.11.150 termination. The transactions and use tax imposed pursuant to this chapter shall be levied until March 31st, 2043, at which time will terminate. And then the change for the resolution is to change the ballot question that appears in section 3 of the resolution to read as follows. Westminster no tax increase local services measure to protect Westminster's local finances without increasing tax rates, prevent cuts to 911 emergency response, police, gang and drug prevention, firefighters, paramedics, emergency response equipment, disaster preparedness, addressing homelessness, protecting drinking water, maintaining local jobs, and for general government use, shall an ordinance continuing the existing voter-approved 1% sales tax until March 31st, 2043, providing estimated $16,800,000 annually, requiring audits, public spending disclosure, funds controlled locally be adopted. And those are the two changes that would need to be made to implement the mayor's motions.
So does the maker of the motion include that?
Yes, I know everything.
Yes.
You are sitting today, so you.
Just want to make sure we're clear. Okay.
All right, we're good. Okay, so we have motion second on the floor. Please vote.
Thank you, Mayor. And that motion was originally made by Mayor Tom, and you agreed to these amendments, and seconded by Councilmember Nguyen, and you also agreed to those amendments.
Nếu vậy chứng tỏ là chị Tạ là vẫn có kinh nghiệm và bản lãnh chính trị hơn khi mà anh ta là người đã được đưa ra cái đề nghị này, và cái dự luật này sẽ coi là do anh ta đứng tên để mà chấp nhận đưa cái dự luật SS lên vào cái cuộc trưng cầu dân ý tháng 11 này. Mặc dù nghị viên Kimberly Hồ là người vận động kêu gọi, nhưng mà cuối cùng cái người được ghi nhận công trạng sẽ là Chí Tạ.
2022 general municipal election and taking certain related actions, and that includes the amendments stated into the record by
và bây giờ họ chuẩn bị bỏ phim.
And it also is to introduce an ordinance for first reading entitled an ordinance of the city of Westminster, California, adding chapter 3.
Tức là cô này cô chỉ đọc lại cái chi tiết sẽ chấp nhận cái gia hạn cái quyết định tăng thuế mà 2016 cư dân đã thông qua.
The various amendments stated for the record by Mark Mandel.
All right, please.
Councilmember Doe.
Abstain.
Và nghị viên Tài Đỗ vẫn giữ cái quyết định của ông ta, mặc dù như Chí Tạ đã deal được với Charlie rồi.
Before I cast my vote, once again, I want to say that many of you lost sleep over a couple nights, including myself, and I want to appreciate that I have a chance to talk to a lot of people and came up with the initiation today. So my vote is yes.
And Vice Mayor Monzo.
Yes.
And Mayor Tom.
Yes.
Tức là dự luật đã được thông qua. Cái anh cảnh sát còn
and
ôm
one
nhau.
abstention by Councilmember Trưng.
Họ ôm nhau.
Alright, any comments, City Council or agency member? I see none because 1 o'clock, I think we don't have to leave. So the next regular meeting will be September 14, 2022, 7 p.m. Meeting adjourned.
Có nghĩa là Trí Tạ là Hiêm rất là bản lãnh chính trị, rất là khôn ngoan thủ đoạn khi mà Hiêm gài vô cái thế nó gọi là hold down đó, tức là cuối cùng là mặc dù là nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ là cái người mà vận động kêu gọi, nhưng mà cuối cùng là cái người mà được ghi nhận công trạng sẽ là Trí Tạ. Thì đã là người đưa ra motion, tức là đưa ra cái đề nghị và biểu quyết chấp nhận là sẽ trong hồ sơ, trong cái tài liệu sẽ là ghi tên của Hiêm, chứ còn nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ thì không được gọi là credit, sẽ không được ghi nhận cái công trạng, tức là cái credit sẽ không phải là do.
For the comment earlier, I just want to introduce myself, Vincent.
Oh, nice meeting you.
What's your name?
Khải Đào.
Thank you. A blogger?
Yeah.
So I can find you on YouTube?
Yes, please. Mà có gì kết bạn trên Facebook với mình ha. You can search me Khải Đào on Facebook.
Khải Đào, okay.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Hope to be connected. Thì không biết là mình có được ghi nhận credit không, nhưng mà mình cũng là cái người mà đã lên mình áp lực Trí Tạ với Charlie rất là nhiều. Thành ra cho dù bây giờ họ là sẽ coi như là sẽ gọi là dành công với nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ, tức là sẽ nói là họ là cái người mà đưa ra thông qua cái dự luật này. Nhưng mà ít nhất là rõ ràng mình cũng là cái người mà đã áp lực họ, để mà họ thấy là rõ ràng là trước đó là họ đã không làm mà mình phải áp lực, mình phải chửi bới họ rất là nhiều thì họ mới phải thay đổi cái quyết định. Và bây giờ coi như là tháng 11 này sẽ là cư dân sẽ có quyền quyết định. Thì một lần nữa Khải xin giải thích, tức là Hội đồng thành phố đã bỏ phiếu 4/5 đồng ý sẽ trước 5 giờ họ sẽ nộp hồ sơ thông báo cho Ủy ban bầu cử quận biết là thành phố đã đồng ý cái dự luật này, thì quận sẽ đưa cái dự luật này vào trong cái lá phiếu vào tháng 11 để cử tri có quyền quyết định. Thì nói chung Hội đồng thành phố thì họ chỉ có coi như là thông qua để mà cái tháng 11 này cư dân có quyền quyết định thôi, chứ họ không có hề quyết định là tăng phiếu hay là không tăng phiếu. Thì cái đó là Khải đã giải thích cho Charlie với Trí Tạ rất là nhiều lần. Thì nói chung là bây giờ các bạn thấy là Trí Tạ rất là vui vẻ. Lý do tại sao anh ta vui vẻ là giống như Khải nói, là tại vì anh ta là đã rất là kinh nghiệm lão luyện. Anh ta đã cướp công của nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ. Mặc dù nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ là cái người vận động mấy tháng nay kêu gọi là phải thông qua, mặc dù Trí Tạ là tiếp tục là bỏ phiếu trắng, nhưng mà ngày hôm nay tức là anh ta cố tình anh ta gài cái thế là vào lúc 11 giờ 59 phút thì anh ta mới chấp nhận thông qua, nhưng mà thông qua với điều kiện do anh ta đưa ra, có nghĩa là anh ta là người quyết định, Trí Tạ là người quyết định chứ không phải do nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ. Đó là lý do tại sao các bạn thấy nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ là đề nghị, nó gọi là substitute motion, tức là đề nghị đưa ra một cái dự luật khác, thay vì như ý nói là anh đề nghị nhưng mà tôi không chấp nhận đề nghị của anh, tôi đề nghị như vậy. Nhưng mà Trí Tạ thì thấu cái, Trí Tạ nói là nếu mà bà thay đổi, bà đưa ra cái đề nghị mới, tôi sẽ bỏ phiếu no. Thành ra là cuối cùng thì ông Carlos Menzo ông không có dám ủng hộ nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ, tại vì nếu mà ủng hộ nghị viên Kim Bi Hồ thì sẽ biến thành một cái cuộc là giằng co nữa, tức là tiếp tục đấu đá mà cư dân họ phản đối. họ la ó, họ nói thật bây giờ Chí Tạ đã chấp nhận như vậy rồi. Anh ta đã bắn tiếng là anh ta sẽ bỏ phiếu đồng ý thì là chấp nhận đi để có Tú đã dành còn đỡ mà cái này nó trễ giờ, tại vì 5 giờ phải thông báo cho quận biết mà còn ngồi đi mà Tú đá nữa thì sẽ không đi đâu. Thật có nghĩa là cư dân người ta áp lực là Kimberley Hồ phải thỏa thuận chấp nhận cái của cái tối ưu của Chí Tạ, có nghĩa là nghị viên Kimberley Hồ là cái người hồi đầu là ủng hộ vận động, nhưng mà khi mà đưa ra để mà chính thức mà là cái người đề nghị gia hạn cái dự luật này đó thì là ông Chí Tạ là người đưa ra và theo cái điều kiện do ông ta quyết định, còn không có ai dám ủng hộ nghị viên Kimberley Hồ hết. Là tại vì nếu mà ủng hộ nghị viên Kimberley Hồ thì sẽ là ông Chí Tạ ông đã thấu cái ông nói là ông không chấp nhận, ông tối hậu thư là đúng theo những cái điều kiện ông đưa ra thì ông sẽ bỏ phiếu đồng ý, còn không thì thôi. Thành ra là cư dân người ta áp lực nghị viên Kimberley Hồ và nghị viên Carlos Menzo. Thành ra nói chung là nghị viên Carlos Menzo không ủng hộ nghị viên Kimberley Hồ và phải chấp nhận cái điều kiện do Chí Tạ đưa ra. Còn riêng về nghị viên Tài Đỗ thì ông ta cũng là người không biết là thắng cuộc hay không, nhưng mà ít nhất ông Tài Đỗ ông đạt được cái mục đích của ông, tức là ông là người từ đầu đến cuối có một cái chủ trương, có một cái đường lối lập trường, và ông ta vẫn giữ được cái quyết định, cái lập trường của ông ta vào phút cuối. Có nghĩa là ông ta sẽ là người duy nhất trong hội đồng thành phố chống lại cái vấn đề đưa cái dự luật này vào cái lá phiếu bầu cử vào ngày 8 tháng 11 này. Cái chuyện cử tri có đồng ý ủng hộ ông ta hay không hay là chống đối thì đó là chuyện chúng ta không biết, nhưng mà ít nhất là nghị viên Tài Đỗ là người đã giữ vững được cái quyết định và cho đến phút chót vẫn bỏ phiếu trắng, có nghĩa là ông ta không chấp nhận, không thông qua để mà đưa cái dự luật này vào cái lá phiếu để cho cử tri thành phố Westminster có quyền quyết định. Thì cái đó là cái lập trường, cái quyết định của nghị viên Tài Đỗ, nhưng mà cho đến phút chót ông ta vẫn giữ được cái chủ trương, cái quyết định của ông ta. Đây là cô Christine, là tổng quản trị của thành phố Westminster.
In some circumstances, you basically cut a check to the county, county, and we know how, we know the benefits that do not come along with being an unincorporated city, right? There's benefits to being part of a city. You've got direct services. When you're a county unincorporated or you're part of a county, you don't get the same level of service. Yeah, I'll try. As long as you edit me, we're good.
I have one quick question.
Sure.
We heard that at 5 o'clock today is the deadline.
Yes.
So have you guys found, and is it going to be officially?
So that's what we're doing right now. So we have staff that is working really hard to produce the documents that need to be produced so that they can physically drive to the county before 5 p.m. So that we're all trying to do right now.
So will you inform us that the OC registrar office gonna confirm that they're gonna put it on the ballot? When can you guys inform?
Well, considering that we're closed today, we're not sure when we'll put that, but there's really no mechanism at the moment.
Will you know, and will you at least email us?
I will. You know what? I will know. I can at least let you know.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Ok, Khải hỏi cổ là nếu mà vậy thì mặc dù bây giờ thành phố thông qua rồi nhưng mà chính thức thì là đã là coi như là quận có nhận được cái quyết định này chưa, và quận sẽ chắc chắn là gọi là xác nhận là sẽ đưa cái dự luật này vào cái cuộc bầu cử tháng 11 không. Thì cổ nói là bây giờ nhân viên mới bắt đầu làm giấy tờ với chuẩn bị hồ sơ để mà chạy xe lên trên văn phòng của Ủy ban tổ chức bầu cử quận để mà nộp. Thì Khải mới nói nếu vậy thì chừng nào mới biết kết quả, chừng nào họ mới xác nhận, thì cổ nói vẫn chưa biết. Thì Khải nói nếu mà vậy đó thì
at that point, there are potential opportunities to maybe get some special election, but as we indicated previously, documentation that every quarter we are to pay up $4.2 million that for every quarter that we are not collecting the same service.
And in theory, if it doesn't pass, does the city still face penalties?
Absent a large revenue generating source, such as this particular source, generating sales tax, the city would be out of money as early as November 2020. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, so yeah, let's try that.
It looked like you're dipping into reserves and then
We're
you run
dipping.
out.
Yeah. So yes. So the city, absent a large generating revenue source, we would be using reserves. Without collecting sales tax, we're actually losing about $4.2 million in revenues that are generated by that sales tax. And so essentially we would be using reserves until we run out of money, and projections right now show us a bankruptcy by November of 2024.
And then for my back, the $4 million is per quarter, $17 million.
It's not mine, you know what? It's not mine either. So hopefully that's $4.2 million.
The minute it gets, if it gets approved November, you're fine.
Well, it's going until December, but because of state law, it requires you to have to sit out 110 days. So we're actually not collecting from January 1st through March 31st anyway, even if it passes.
Because it would be a secondary.
Because the sunset puts us at December 31st. So we're still losing that. We're still losing that first quarter revenue from sales tax.
Did I hear a figure of $400,000 just to put it on the ballot?
$430,000 just to put it on the ballot as a special standalone election.
But not for November.
Not for November. No, not at all. Because we consolidate. Yeah, we consolidate. The cost is significant. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Absolutely.
Take care.
Thank you. Good meeting you.
all right, Kristen, we'll be waiting for your email.
Yes.
Thank you.
No, but still, my guy would, if it was that long, it'd be about 17, 18.
Khải tính phỏng vấn cảnh sát trưởng, nhưng mà tại vì có chí tả đó mình cũng không có muốn nói chuyện với dính vô chí tả, và giống như là máy móc mình cũng lung tung, mình cầm cái cục pin nó nặng như cái búa tạ, giống như vũ khí quả bom, thành ra mình cũng không muốn đến gần ông cảnh sát. Thành ra thôi, nếu vậy là hy vọng là. Oh, can I just have a quick question with you, sir?
You absolutely could.
Yes, I'm sorry. Let me put this.
You did good up there.
Thank you very much. So this is our police chief. I'm gonna have a quick question with him. I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask you in Vietnamese.
Xin chào.
Right, I'm gonna translate that in Vietnamese later.
Okay.
So, sir, what do you think of the vote today?
I'm very happy that we will not have to cut city services as a result of today's vote. That's very important. You know, we're trying to keep the city safe. We have a lot of challenges ahead of us, and now we're going to be able to address those challenges.
Thank you, sir. Was going to be my second question. So can you tell us about I heard that the police department were in the process of hiring, but you guys could not fulfill the position because of the current vote or budget. So can you tell us of the police department, of Westminster Police Department situation, and about the hiring and the future prospect?
We are understaffed, but with today's decision, we're going to be able to continue to hire more police officers and get them out on the streets to protect Westminster residents, people that live here, work here, and visit here.
And how is that going to affect the city directly? People are going to see any change? How does this vote going to affect the city?
This will affect us in many positive ways, not only with the police department, but in other services as well. With the police department, you're not going to see immediate changes. I wish I could say that you would, but it takes us 18 months to hire police officers, put them through the academy, put them through the field training program, and get them out on the streets. So our change, unfortunately, takes a long time, and there's no way to do it faster. I wish there was, but we desperately do need more police officers on the streets. Those who live here know, they see what's going on, and we want to help. Yeah, but it takes us a long time to get police officers trained and onto the streets to be protecting our residents.
So anything you'd like to say to our Vietnamese residents, sir?
Thank you very much for the support. You're in good hands, and thank you for everything you do, and we appreciate you.
Thank you very much, and you have a nice day. Thank you for your service.
And seriously, good job.
Thank you, sir. Dạ vâng, rồi nếu vậy thì Khải cũng xin phép chào tạm biệt các bạn nha. Hẹn gặp lại các bạn trong những chương trình tới.
Ai xui miệt ấy ghé về thăm, bún cá phở quyên vẫn mãi thèm, hầm rục xương cá ngọt liệm, chả cá vàng tươi ngon giòn, nước lèo bốc khói thơm ngát, tương hành chanh ớt. Chị mời em ăn tô bún cá chứa chan tình người.
Xin mời quý vị đến với phở quyên, ăn một lần lại muốn ăn thêm. Phở quyên 714 896 0928 896 0928.